many, many, many different topics, and they're going to be all centered around one thing, which is getting you from where you are right now to where you want to be, wherever that is. And it can be anywhere. So again, outside of what's possible. And we're going to be talking a little bit about three areas. One area is planning and goal setting, really examining the planning process. How do I get from where I am now to where I want to be? Okay, I'm here, I want to be over there. And then, but the thought of it could just overwhelm you. Has that ever happened to you where you think of all the things that you want to do out here, but then you actually can't fathom how you're going to get there? Like, how am I going to do everything that I need to do to get there? So we're going to break it down tonight and give you actual tools and structures and strategies that you can use to create anything in your life. So that's going to be the first part of what we do. The second part of the night is going to be centered around your brain, which is a really wonderful thing that we have that can drive us crazy and stop us from achieving everything in our lives that we really want. Your thoughts, your fears, your limitations, your beliefs, the way your neurons fire that actually cause you to think a certain way that you don't think that you can help it. All of these ideas we're going to talk about in the second half, because it's great to have goals and dreams, and now you have all of these strategies and tools, and you've got this big workbook with all these pages, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. But then you've got you in the way, right? You're standing there like, I'm not smart enough, not good enough, can't do it, don't have enough money, don't have enough time, don't have enough blah. So we're going to deal with your thought processes, your mind. We're going to look at that as well. So any questions that you have when I'm speaking, ask them at any time. What I might do is ask you to hold the question till the end, or to email me the question, just because, again, we're on a tight time frame. Does anybody have a question now? No? Okay, wonderful. Alrighty then, let's just dive right in. Okay. So if you take a look at the first page of your workbook, it says SMART goals. So the first part of our workshop tonight is going to be actual hands-on work. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look like, hi Yasmin, thank you so much. It's going to look like that I'm going to go through each page with you. I'm going to explain it to you, talk about it, then I'm going to give you a moment to complete it on your own. So it's going to be very hands-on. If you don't have enough time to get everything finished, you can get it finished at home. Now, I have extra copies of every page available for you, because you're probably going to want some of these pages when you get home or when you get back to the office to copy, and then you can use them over and over and over again. I didn't include them here simply because I was trying to be a little green and not make another 60 copies in here. So what I will do at the end of the session tonight, I'll hand out a flyer or a form where you can actually check, yes, I'd like extra copies of the worksheets. And then I will email those to you tomorrow, sometime between tomorrow and the next day. Is that good for everyone? Okay, great. So if you run out of space, or don't worry, just don't worry about it. I will get you more forms, okay? So we're going to talk first about goals, because this is an area that, everyone we all have goals, right? I mean, you have things that you want to do. Most people don't. How many people write down their goals? Okay, good. The majority of people don't. And it's okay. It's not bad at all. I mean, there was studies done that shows that if you do write down your goals, that you will make more money, you'll be more successful, so on and so forth over time, over a period of time. But I think it's very important to write them down for a number of reasons. Keeping them in your head is fine. I know people who own multi-million-dollar companies that don't write down their goals. So it's not a bad thing, and it's really about how you're wired and what you want. So tonight, there's really two ways to listen tonight. One way is that you already know all of this. This is a review, and that's a fine way to listen. It's absolutely great because a lot of this information you'll know. The second way to listen is with beginner's mind or beginner's eyes. What is that? Does anybody know what beginner's mind or beginner's eyes are?
Seeing it for the first time.
Seeing it for the first time. You've never seen it before. So the mind learns through repetition, right? Has this ever happened to you? It's happened with your children, I know, Amber, where you've said something 50,000 times to them, and then all of a sudden some random stranger or some friend says it, and they get it, or they're like, oh, and it's like, I've been telling you that, right, Debbie? I've been telling you that for so long. And it happens to us too. And it's sometimes when you hear something in a little bit of a different way, you will process it differently. So I'm asking you tonight just to look at this as new information, look at it with new eyes, and you will be able to process it and probably get something that you haven't gotten before. So let's take a look at the goals. Has anyone ever heard of SMART goals? Okay, good. It's very, very popular. SMART goals, I really like the idea of SMART goals. It's a wonderful acronym because it covers everything. So when you're setting a goal, you want it to be specific. What does that mean? Right. Like very, very, but go a little further. Like, what do you mean by exact?
It's a desired outcome. You have a specific outcome.
Right. So I want to make more money. Take it a step further. I want to make X amount of dollars, right? So you can take it even a step further. I want to lose weight. I want to lose 12 pounds.
When you're going to make more money?
Exactly. Yeah, you're way ahead of me. Good. Very good. Measurable. It needs to be measured. There's got to be some way to measure the goal. Otherwise, it's a wish, right? It's like, oh, I really want that. That would be so great. But you want to measure it so every month, every week, every quarter, you know exactly where you are in relationship to where you want to be. We got to be real careful here because there's a very good chance that 90% of you, this entire seminar tonight will fall completely out of existence for you in about a week or two. Why is that?
You can write everything down and not do it.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like this never happened, and you'll go back to living your life.
No accountability.
Yeah. No accountability. And the reason I say that is that what we're going to learn tonight is all about not just getting the information here. This isn't about that. It's great if you can get something here, but it doesn't make any difference. Have you ever gone to church and gone, oh, this is great, yay, or somewhere and gotten real pumped up, and then you're on fire, and then you walk out the door, and it's gone. And it's like you're the same as you were before. So this really is not about inspiration as much as it is about actually giving you something that will actually stay with you, teaching you how to maintain something and keep something in existence for a long period of time. Okay, so that's the goal tonight.